Emilio, the honey badger, Urrutia!
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Honey Badger Hour podcast. It's your boy, the Badger, and we are back. Thank you guys for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe on the little notification bell below to keep you up to date whenever we have new podcast episodes, reaction videos, and predictions. What's going on, y'all? It's good to be back on these streets. You already know what it is. Dana White wants to get rid of MMA media, guys. Dana White is done with the incompetent people in MMA media. He says, all y'all fools are fired. MMA Junkie, hit the bricks, papa. Submission MMA Radio, hit the bricks. Everybody out. Influencers in. No more guys. No more people. No more media guys. We just want influencers. Guys, if Aiden Ross and Nina Drama control the media space for interviews in MMA, in the MMA game, we have taken 5 steps backwards in humanity. I'm telling you right now, guys. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if the UFC picks Dana White, if the UFC goes with influencers as the MMA media, it's a long road uphill. All right, guys? You got a bunch of fair weather fans who probably started watching when Conor McGregor was the hot thing, you know? Like, these guys probably didn't even watch UFC before Conor McGregor, so it's going to be a little bit hard to accept them in the media basis. It's good to have different views of point. It's good to have different points of view and different guys with a different perspective, but man, hold on, guys. Looks like there needs to be a saving in the media industry. It looks like the media industry needs to be saved. And there's only one other that can do the gig. Leave it a no call, baby. Honey Badger Radio, guys. What do you think? Do we need to start a media company and take over the game and let everybody know what's really good? Comment below if you think we need to start a media company, start getting in backstage UFC events, talking to these fighters, getting the questions that everybody wants to know, okay? Let's get down to the gritty ditty, guys. Let's figure out what the solution is, all right? Hey, Dana White, call me up. I'm down. Sign me up, big dog. On another note, guys, coming off the video from yesterday, I know we gave a little bit of hell. Sean Strickland's been taking a lot of heat, man. I gotta take all that back, bro. Listen, these guys need to leave Sean Strickland alone, all right? Like, everybody's kicking the man when he's down. Everybody forgets that this guy beat Israel Adesanya and walked Israel Adesanya down for 5 rounds in a title fight to become a world champion. So for us to say he's not that guy or he is that guy, listen, at the end of the day, Sean Strickland is who he is. He's always been that guy. He fights hard, and his coach threw him under the bus. So who knows what's going on there, guys? Honestly, that could be like maybe him and his coach are having like some static in between each other. I mean, listen, not for nothing and not to back up Eric Nixick, but let me tell you guys, this guy had Sean Strickland has been fired from Sean Strickland has been kicked out of 5 different gyms, okay? Dan Henderson kicked him out of his gym, so he's been known to be a little problematic in the past, guys. So that we're not too sure about, right? So whether Sean Strickland is a good teammate, if he's had pleasure to have in the gym, we don't really know, right? He could be having some problems with Eric Nixick, or maybe there's some money issues there that nobody's really talking about, so. But it's never smart when you have 2 grown men arguing on the internet, going back and forth on social media. It's never a good look, especially for fighters, right, guys? So, on another note, Alex Pereira is taking on Magomed Ankalaev pretty soon. All right, UFC 313. UFC 313 is going to be a banger, guys. We got Ankalaev taking on Pereira for the 205-pound title. And then we got Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker. Somebody is going to die that night, so crazy fight coming up in the future, all right? So let's see what's going on with that. I'm excited. That's going to be a crazy card. But listen, let me tell you guys, I'm a little bit worried about Pereira, bro. Is Pereira sleeping, man? I hope Pereira's not sleeping on Ankalaev, bro. Listen, Pereira was in Miami 2-3 weeks ago, traveled all the way to Australia. All right, where does he live? So this guy's going from Brazil to Miami, Brazil to Australia. Man, Alex Pereira is doing the runs right now. He's on a media tour. And this guy is fighting a Dagestan monster in about 3 weeks. So I don't know what is going on with Pereira, but he's got to get his act together, all right? Unless he's getting ready for a 185-pound title. What's good about Alex Pereira is he does have options, okay? So if he does come across a monster in Ankalaev, and Ankalaev does dominate him or takes him down, is able to hold him and grind out a decision or even knock him out, because, Pereira has been stopped before. He has his hands low. And Ankalaev is a striker, guys. Don't slip on Ankalaev, right? He's not just this Dagestan wrestler. Most of his fights, he strikes. And he's very patient, and he does not, he's a very, very high IQ fighter, guys. He does not give anything up. He's very patient. He's not going to lose he's not going to, get mad and get frustrated. So it's a big, big battle coming up for Alex Pereira, all right? He was just recently cornering his sister in Miami. I don't know how good of a training he's doing in Miami. All right, then you're going to go on a long flight all the way to Australia for what? To corner Strickland? And then, bro, when you're in Australia, then he was just recently in Korea. So he's got Ankalaev waiting, training for his life for this fight. And you're out here traveling the world, bro. So I really hope that Alex Pereira is training and is doing the work in fight camp to be ready to take out the best Ankalaev we've ever seen, because this is Ankalaev's chance, all right? It's Ramadan coming up, so I don't know if he's going to be trained. I don't know if he's probably not going to even be observing Ramadan right now. He's probably going to do camp now and do Ramadan later. So, guys, I'm telling you right now, bro, I hope Alex Pereira isn't doing what that famous thing where, every time these fighters are about to break through and become that next level of superstar, they get drawn back down. So, but Alex Pereira is starting to reach that level of superstardom. 3 big fights in a row last year. All right. So I just hope that he's disciplined and he's not slacking off in training, because he's already had a few title defenses and he's getting comfortable, especially when the next guy that he's fighting is the biggest test up to date that we've seen from Alex Pereira. So very interesting to see what happens there, guys. Speaking of Alex Pereira, he was in the corner of DDP. He was in the corner of Sean Strickland when Sean Strickland lost his decision to DDP. All right, so that's another big fight that could be in the books, guys. If what's good about Pereira is he has a lot of options right now, because if he does lose to Ankalaev, he can come down in weight and he can attempt to fight DDP and regain his middleweight title. So he's always got that fight in the burner. It's a great fight. I am not mad at that fight, guys. However, DDP does seem to have his hands full at middleweight right now. He's got Imavov in the books waiting. Okay, got the Dagestan Beast waiting. And then he's also got Hamzat Chimaev, who seems to be the next number one contender. That's the guy everybody wants to see, which is a tough spot to be for Nasruddin Imavov, because you just knock out Israel Adesanya, and then a guy who submits Robert Whittaker is going to get the title shot next. So both athletes are in their top of their game right now. So it's 2 impressive wins by both guys. So I'm not hating. It's just interesting to see. It's interesting to see what's next for Nasruddin Imavov, because for sure you don't want to take another fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for that one, guys. All right. Hamzat versus DDP is a great fight. Okay. It's a fight where if I wouldn't be, because I could see Hamzat running through DDP like he does everybody, and I could see DDP surviving the storm or just taking it to Hamzat, because we have seen Hamzat go to war before. We have seen him get pushed. If he doesn't get the finish in the first round, okay, he does tend to slow down a little bit. And as we know from the last 3 fights, DDP does not slow down. That guy does not take his foot off the gas when he fights. When he fights hard. He fights fast. He goes forward, and he does not take a step backwards. So super excited for that, guys. In the smaller divisions, Islam Makhachev said that the UFC has some good news for him. So we are waiting to see what is next for that. Me personally, after Islam breaks the record in the most lightweight title defenses, I would like to see Islam go and step up and fight at 170. Even though I feel like Bilal Shavkat is next, booked already. Or if I don't know, I'm not entertaining the idea of Islam versus DDP, at least not right now. But Islam Bilal, Islam Shavkat is 2 absolutely amazing fights that I would be so excited to see, guys. But Ilia Topuria was just on the Full Send podcast, okay, and he was talking to these guys on there, and he was talking about how the UFC wants to make him and Islam Makhachev. So I saw rumors, guys. I saw flyers on Instagram and posts on Instagram announcing a Volkanovski Ilia 2 in Miami. I thought I was tripping when I saw that flyer. It looked official. Okay. But Ilya, after hearing Ilya's interviews in Australia last week, Ilya doesn't seem too pumped or doesn't sound too keen on fighting Volkanovski right now. But a good fight that does make sense if Ilya doesn't defend his title at 145, even though I feel like he should. It's hard. It's hard to argue because he knocks out Max Holloway. He knocks out Volkanovski. So this guy wants a higher challenge, you know? I guess nobody in featherweight really excites him. Everybody else, I guess, is just another contender for him. But an interim title fight between Diego Lopez and Alex Volkanovski would be a great addition, would be a great fight. Super exciting fight. And Diego Lopez is a young up-and-comer, rising prospect, making his way up the rankings, beating top guys, taking on. So it'll be a great test to see if Volkanovski is still at the top of his game and has a dominant performance over Diego Lopez. And it'll be great to see how it would be great. Sorry, guys. It would be great to see how Diego Lopez fares against a former world champion and future GOAT, or former GOAT, former pound for pound king in the UFC. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Should Honey Badger Radio take over the media game in MMA? I think we should. Comment below if you want to see Emilio on the Honey Badger Hour podcast backstage at UFCs, giving real interviews, real questions, fighter to fighter, heart to hearts. That's what we need, guys. We need more realness. We need more legit journalists like Michael Bisping, bad motherfuckers that ain't afraid to ask the real questions. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. We are having some technical difficulties on the microphone, so we're going to get that microphone fixed for you tomorrow. But I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Honey Badger Hour. We are out.